Government prepares to deploy you for your permanent presence into the forest reserve and water bodies. Understand this clearly. These areas has now been declared by the Commander-in-Chief of the Ghana Armed Forces as security zones. But for those who have decided that that is the only places, including our forest reserves, is where they are going to make their money, your time is up. I charge you with profound sense of duty and patriotism. Any recalcitrant entry into these zones is not merely a trespasser, they are an enemy of the state. You are to be firm, you are to be resolute, you are to be ruthless.
Are the expatriates who have been arrested and being handled by the immigration personnel in the team. Right in front of us are the local Ghanaians at the site who are also being handled by the site to confiscate items and also make sure personnel takes records of evidence for further investigation and prosecution. The platoon is composed of drone operators, excavator and plant operators, auto mechanics, among others.
Galamseyers tubecha. And I say tubecha. When we say boys need you Galamseyers site, or much I say or more designing or more excavator, kitwebi, nice one or more experiment. Almost say Muslim much China the end of ma. Some of what Abba Galamseyers said, no matter Jack say, now when the kitwebi small boy. I told the other number by to be disabled to Dana. I don't know no more experiment. I'm about for say I. Omanga so create or more artificial and I say almost small excavator. How much we do too? And I say agroma ni zoo. I did not man for a quality state of emergency. I did not Minister of Affairs Natural Resources and Environment. Honorable Emmanuel Kofi Amabua say almost all your forests and water bodies were declared as say what is security zone. Obi nkono obi mano. Galamseyers for the want to say the go be ma.
Take no obstructionist instruction from any people. Remember, the biggest man in Ghana is the president of the republic, President John Dramani Mahama, and he's the one that has sent you. He's the one that has empowered you. And I know that he will never call you and allow anybody to engage in with that. This is the state. This is the power you have. You are to fight for the soul of our country. Yes.
Government prepares to deploy you for your permanent presence into the forest reserve and water bodies. Understand this clearly. These areas has now been declared by the Commander-in-Chief of the Ghana Armed Forces as security zones. But for those who have decided that that is the only places, including our forest reserves, is where they are going to make their money, your time is up. I charge you with profound sense of duty and patriotism. Any recalcitrant entry into these zones is not merely a trespasser, they are an enemy of the state. You are to be firm, you are to be resolute, you are to be ruthless. I mean it.
The children that are all having all these deformities, those that are dying innocently, all the villagers, innocent women and children who are drinking this poison, the hopelessness of thousands of people who have no water because the source of our water, the forest, is being destroyed. See your hands. This is why you are here. My friends, the people of Ghana are saying to you, you cannot fail this time. And we will not fail. Yes, sir. And you can trust that His Excellency President John Mahama is back cheering for you to win.
Away. Anna Forest Commission Deputy CEO Elekem Kotoko. According to John Dramani Mahama, the president of the land, we a directive, we the friend order from above. Or see John Dramani Mahama so among country obi bia. We Galamsey, we no any small boys na you know magugu born. Name of akesefo na mo ye politicians ahemfo. Omo ye business takum. China fo ye amaba Ghana. Omo dili to Galamsey no. O se se no Galamsey no ye nche keke. Answer na ye beche no. We will name, shape, answer na ye jelu. And I'm say we target IPI. Anasi friend say anasi remia anasi na tactics na pepe. First commission for say mineral commission. Any the National Illegal Miners Affairs Task Force Operation for no. Akomu obom say unim na uye Ghana ni say unye Ghana ni uye Galamsey na we campaign una ye bosu na nkasa opejai ujai frenere kura be bo pa the modi no mama modi dinko ne bo di aka no ebe make sure say better asini na baako afufom eti say uye obi a uye Galamsey ne wagina ye say wagina ye a menkase ya ma warning menkase ye fiti prekupe ne ye chewo menkase wona me party member na ade na mo ye misa osi sesi e John Dramani Mahama warning na ode abado omunim say uye NDC ni uye MPP ni uye hene uye China ni uye India ni je uye bia no Ghana embrani ni eni ubeji said yes ene fata if say Galamsey no it must end now.
What we intend doing this time, which is again different from the past, is to make sure that these are deployments being made there to be stationed at these places. It is aimed at deterring, stopping or halting and arresting, as well as discouraging people from engaging in this enterprise, which is a criminal one and degrading our environment. Now that not
people have raised concerns with that, the permanent deployment, and likening it to, if you like, a mini state of emergency in these areas.
Well, they can call it whatever. We want to see results. It is only a fact that President Mahama has stated clearly that he is on top of issues, he gets proper briefing, and he doesn't think that we need to declare a state of emergency right now. In fact,
will it be prudent to make public the marching orders of these men who will be deployed to these areas?
I mean, there's nothing wrong with the marching orders they've made. The minister,
so at least we know what the
minister even made it very clear that when you get out there, don't take any order from anybody saying he's a big man. The biggest man in this country is the President of the Republic, and he will not ask anyone to call you to condone any act. And he has made it clear as well that be ruthless in the discharge of your duties. It means that follow it to the latter. So this security deployment is even going to be on a rotational basis. Some of the information is on need-to-know basis. In fact, permit me to say that from this week onwards, if you are involved in this enterprise, it is best you put a stop to it, because there will be naming and shaming, and it doesn't matter who you are, where you belong, or who you know. The reason being that, look, we all agree as we sit here. Our traditional authorities, i.e. our chiefs, opinion leaders, youth groups, etc., play a major role because we know our land tenure system and the power our chiefs even wield, for instance. And so the NIMOS, which is the National Anti-Illegal Mining Operations Secretariat, has been mandated by even the minister that they should go further to engage the traditional authorities. What is the rationale behind this? It is to make sure that it is not seen as a political move at all, where maybe a politician will have to come to go and engage the chiefs or the traditional leaders or opinion leaders or youth groups. But rather, since they are now doing this, let them be the one doing that. So when they come to you and they see something amiss, they will tell you, please, Nana or Togbi or that. This is what we have seen. If you can call them off, please do this or do that. If you fail to do so, then the military will be compelled to act in the interest of the...
Elekim Kotoko, Deputy Chief Executive Officer, the Forestry Commission. We now Secretary Dr. Zato, MPP, member Bako, outside lecturer. Now, papa na no koburu dwem no say ah na say NDC for the time ntimi nya Galamsey no mo se party yes ka no say hwe if an kan won na mo pa mo time erasu sa sare don ko mo se mo na mo nya Galamsey Ghana for se mo nya Galamsey na mo ma home motivation award underground so oh Ghana yesika Ghana a party yesika party yesika yeti yedi na ma say mani ni na but NDC no de lalai enya ade amuwa be party yesika o se o she Ghana foni na abo which is sharing to hear John Dramani Mahama any the Minister of Natural Resources and Environment Honorable Kofi Amabu say hey there is no way say Ghana be any 2025 April 2026 Galamsey enye endi yemponi yensu anintie o say eye dan by the year ended ya ka many months amunwa me na men kan ko because year na endi e be kai no you September you were October October, November, December. That's 3 months ahead. According to Kotoko, Elekem, or say Forest Commission for Vim, the Minister for Environment, Natural Resources, Science and Technology, as well Vim. John Dramani Mahama, the President of the land, as well Vim, said 3 months now can be na Ghana so na da ho ani na ya brown coffee tea na ya no ma ye dia ka ye pa no no we dey yan so shebu na ni na ni mo ati we na clear as the heavy so no me say abo me na waga sa ni ye betwen me nim de ha NDC fo ni bio na aye we ase ya to so some parts kudos to omo a omo ye vociferous omo ye loud omo ye opinionated omo ntwan ma asem ne so omo so Omunkasi min yentime party ntini akan anu atum no so far yanya the general secretary of the NDC Fifi Flavie Kwate say NDC fo ne bi fefa kuntum ase e ko share MPP fo ne bi a ora eni omodele no match mame kakra na mentwa anye wo mame kakra na minka bi mawo enche ye report Joseph Yamin ana a friend say Yakubu Abagna a omuka NDC executive so say they are involving Galamsey. Maybe because amunya involving Galamsey. It seems say party for ni bi na twetwa monanti. Just anyway, the agriculture minister also yensa yes yensa no. Enye cyanide mercury e de yewura mu amane. Yenua ne ye die banchen. Turmeric ne honko ne abamasa. Yes just that na dia ewura mu no menu mi ye bedi ewu na why na ye ko say agriculture minister go poku ana say Galamsey ni ye say problem obi ani wa ka say any problem but on the biggest worry and say NDC fo ni bia sha afa akiri ana omo ji sika kakra free Galamsey fo e ho a mo nto aso mo koye ana say how why say Galamsey na ekuye nyina no Galamsey na after 4-5 months ya rewi a ye nyina no ebeja ye asamado no ade ni kum kakra wu be die nne enti onwene kyena ene pa na rusa bom na waje na ene monko to aso oyire ne wuma ye nyina na e ba bewu enti wadwene ho saa onti ase se ase bibini de sebi o se jimi o se die o ade Galamsey ya ye kan consequences ye sha se ne nya huye ene ye origins a nsu o munya bi nom ene ye origins a aduane fro ba ye poison ene ye se ye natie no ye soy purity no chese natie no ne papa etimi du aduane ye emi edie no I say to some point to be wa atwama se edu over 40,000%. Ye ni we na ya ti we ni na scientists for friends and medical doctors say can kidney and liver ne cancer problem I skyrocket ye babies with deformities nkola ye wo mo a etimienu timiensa ensan be se 20 and 9 no be se ye we ni na still Ghana ni aye na agine se ono de ne party na wo so ntimane nye no kofio no ono nkodi ni ne no ye ni na ye hu chena ene de udi ye na faso be na wo so eti Honorable Erikopoku, agriculture minister, said say yem for me ye ni ekua yo be ye ni betima di Ghana aduane di ye nya suwie se aduane ye di ede na mapumude a na Galamsey no na se ende no but onim de ha no party members ni bi ndi so far yenye NDC fo omo criticize omo party members but so and detail omo person mbo kro no Ghana ni kro no de oye hwe yenye as 5 and 6 na owie no Mustafa Gbandi also deputy friend say national director edema NDC papa no say National Illegal Miners Association operation for Moncho Biabo. Don't forget you, Bia. Hey, there Opoku Kano. Samunya evidence there NDC Nibe Shasia, Monchino. Mamunyana, John Mahama say they be John Dramani Mahama, no, only had time for imbecilities, say ya krono no mo boss omu disika say amanfo nto so nya Galamsey monchi omo MPP ni amonchi omo on pe ometima ko demonstration 2 million enfa ho ometima ko je yuoko anima ye chobo enfa ho ni sin so amonchi no if the Galamsey no de asie nipa baako 8 years sacrifice of more life on deliberately no ye ntwan ma for nsem membewu ne ntwan ma ye ni na ye mewu. Say nipa baako 18 di omu kwatwa so a we must find a way to solve the Galamsey now and now. Enye now or enye ever. Enye chna. Enye ne ya hey. Enye ne ya hey. Ye make kwan akwa ebefa so solve Galamsey no. Enti National Illegal Miners Operation for more task force we more all the rights. Ye ni na mam. Who operate as an institution the government cannot interfere. And you should be bold, confidence. Do your job with vim and vigor. Mon clamp obi bia down. Obi bia oyen to Galamsey bia no. No forget it. Say this and MPP accept. Now Oliver Baka Vawamo. Was say, wadwene ho a onte ase. Moti ye fight Galamsey. Okay, no problem. Now we are only democracy have to face the country. Omukoye demonstration ni na ye simple entitia aye di omo sha say complaining under the MPP na MPP vote to obutum rough no and one omo say kan but omo de say if indeed Galamsey that big problem e de maye ni na say we cannot go a day without a television station, a radio station, vlogging channels talking about Galamsey there adentin na besin ne omo ayenim so omo ye campaigns no the financiers no omo na Galamsey no mutimi to excavator omutimi to chamfine omutimi to diesel 50 barrels ni nkonya ba no ade na besi na yenti obia. Are we indeed fighting against Galamsey or we are fighting against the young boys who are trying to find ends meet? Omo finding the ends meet no na ono ye gidi as ye so ponko ura na ponko ni ewu na ni ache no die also obie ni miawo ye ni na ye ni problem no say problem na da Ghana sesi no Galamsey campaign for na the campaigns you also know them say they are politicians, they are chiefs, they are the Chinese people who are foreigners, they are the people omo na the campaign omo na this security excavator omo na this security Galamsey site omo na to asase anya concession ti ada na eja omo Oliver Bakavema was wadwene ho ntiase ase de ye de krokro de dwom ase de sesi de na manfo na ye nye ya adwene kra se pese stop Galamsey enti we no e ka confirm de honorable agriculture minister Erikofos Opoku e ka se any zefo akesefo ni bi mo party ni no e fa achiri ejisika free Galamsey fo no go ji free wan ho boys na se chairman for no ha we na ma Mustafa Gbandi e ka se no don't forget it. Say this never so. Yeah, a party, but some will be no deep dream. So, Bessie Galamsey, you buana Monteno. So, Oya into Galamsey, Monteno. We are several times, on naked to Zia, Oldboga Trace, Macato, the da, or 2 4 say to 2 cats in Fonoya and Chassis. Yeah. On the same platform, yeah. And Yanya says, Sam Jonah. So Oka say look, Galamsey I am for na traditional rulers na the bit my boy am solve. Enti Oliver Bakave mo. Democracy happening fees the country a leader back. Or say ampanya empire person solve Galamsey ayin bi say. Yanti campaigns Galamsey campaigns for na. Yanti financiers for na. Near say Galamsey never to be wa and I say be.
But one of the things that I find the most curious is that we have one of the most expansive NIB of individuals who are working about in our system. Are we saying that none of them have been able to pick intelligence as to which folks within these communities are holding on and bringing in excavate, like we don't know anything. So that so far we are not seeing what we are calling the kingpins being put before court. Like, is that what we are saying? So that's for me is baffling.
Like the real financiers.
Yeah, like the financiers, we don't have no sense of how the money is moving about. Nothing.
We need recall laws on that.
So I don't understand. Like I don't get it. So for me, it's okay. We can do this, because mind you, like in terms of the information you showed, security zone has no implication on the soil quality, water quality, and all of that. Yeah. So what is the plan? Like I've seen this consistently. I've seen the EPA put this out. I've seen the water folks complaining about this. So what is the plan? Like we don't have any roadmap from the EPA as to this is what we are doing to clean up. I'm not seeing anything from the Forestry Commission. I'm not seeing anything from what's the name, the Minerals Commission. In terms of even this NCCE's role in the conversation, I haven't seen it. In terms of leading the public advocacy, I haven't seen that. I haven't seen any data or any conversation from the Ghana Health Service, which is telling us that these are what we anticipate. Kofi Kor said people being born with 3 legs. This is what we anticipate in terms of the effects on humans, and this is how we are preparing for those. I don't know anything.
Nyaho Tamakulu, founding member, Edima the NPP. Papa no upobi o kan adwene bo na adwene pa. Menye sure say uyi 1. Eyi 2 yi 3 a onka ho onye 3 onye 2 obe 1. Papa no nanu ye kai. I think before 2016, you go buza and say Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo person president. I said, if you vote for this man, you regret. He'll be the worst president Ghana have ever seen. 8 years in history, memory lane. Ghana for say the president we want to forget.
It is really Ghana versus extinction. Why do I say so? This Galamsey started not yesterday. It started showing its ugly face somewhere in the 80s, and governments didn't take measures to stop it. It started getting worse and worse and worse. And right now we are at a stage that if we are not careful, this country will be totally poisoned. Why do I say so? We are seeing toxins in our own crops that we grow here. We are seeing deformations in newly born babies. We are seeing drastic increase in the cases of liver cancers, spleen, and kidneys. This should definitely alarm us. If this is not going to alarm us, then definitely very soon we shall be extinct from the planet as a country. In life, you either survive or pass on. These are issues that you don't count the number of people you have arrested and take it as a credit against what other government did. This is an issue that you say we are going to be, it's a gradual process towards a solution. This is an issue where we are now. If we don't declare a state of emergency, this nation will disappear. And indeed, all those who might be aware that we have poisoned our rivers, we have poisoned our own food that we consume here, might not even like to come here, neither will they receive our products that we send to them. And to me, it is a serious sign that we shouldn't at all play with it.
Papa na me ye your fire I say MPP and then from top to down mu nim nyansa wo monto from down to top na dem ye di asembaba ai na me ye chama untumi awoka say top to down no say beboa MPP for na MPP for we need election a friend say Dr. Mahmoud Bomia no be so winning tinu mo ya retain mu no mo nkwa mbefa so ya kwoto aba Dr. Mahmoud Bomia ampa asema bande can the letter tintin aba so man twi untumi ene abro nya so a omonti ase. The same man say how do you solve Galamsey when you are not involving the main culprits? Omo ye problem na nkasa maja mo ana mo pe omo ye problem. O say ahemfo na betete ho no. Bet wo ye den. O say dan ha kire me asase aniwura. O say mo pe aso ye fa o say kanfo waso. Fa grader fa kodwi a bush land. Uju su wi asase se usi. Ana asase se wi afu wo so. Na fa so be was asase aniwura na so hu asase aniwura. Enti eba ne say na amanfo go to Galamsey ye Galamsey. Na ye say ye nim bi ode asase ne maaye. I say what do you mean? Dana yesi wo so do kura no na nipa betena mu no. Enka ba na wo asase wura. Na de ontu asase no asase no. No ya wo hia sika titiri ansa na what one be kata 7 million so enu mpo so be ya. O si ye nim ye problem eye ba ko pe ahemfo me si asase se de obi a hye dem atu nani asi ahemfofo no so. Aso obi a si conclusion eye ahemfo no problem. Eti Togbe Dr. Nyaho Tamakulu, a founding member, Edima, the NPP, Papa ne say, akasifo na mo se mo promote yo mo no. The campaigns in the financiers no. Mo chibia mo make sure say match info no because ohene no might not be say odini sika beba abehye Galamsey mo but odi royalties ono so na dia asase na ma asase bia wewura na ya info na omo ena yesa adwuma no. Na Papa no we na say okay send ya info na problem there how then do you tackle it? Solomon Osu movement for change. Papa no say the entire Galamsey muntimi so vena mo pese mo chicken pins muntimi chicken pins muntimi chi financiers because financiers you of the Galamsey either they are political people or they are businessmen who finance the political parties. Osi nipa no MP minister bi ana MPB wamana e bia 500,000 Ghana cedis jefa ko your campaign we ya masa nipa no minister of ABF environment wo si ongo environment no so environment no bae no nipa no man 500,000 Ghana cedis na e Galamsey no obeda ka che say stop it o say not possible ka so say na ru ye nche ye ya a say A+ na o accuse the attorney general Dominic Akrutingi ayini say akwana kodi sika bia for businessman bi ho na ono kra onye clean ema the attorney general Dominic Akrutingi ayini bi so ka say say person businessman be sponsor me no problem ye ye 276 people in parliament ye na ya kronfo ye ni na me otwe ya doa ye ni na ya kronfo because ye ni na obi a the personal sponsor am say okay that's a music na more ye na me say the odin sika ma mo no so be to decide de monye because is it the omo obomu no na kire wa do onu na be kire be wi ase wo ko onu na be kire de ase wo ye enti se se ye onu na di sika e di ase wo fa ayi pa ayi o politics mu a wa wi ni wo be da ka kire na we nanim di aka kire ne say o ye Galamsey ntijai enye possible eye impossible enti we na Solomon Wusi say financier for na mo se mo nti om no campaign for no omo na sponsor am political party people no mo hwini no enti mo be da so mo nkyere no mo nkyere no na say ampa we die ebe ye den papa
to yen kosisi abebia edu no enya agro sa se de ye
yes want to me agro bia ni wo bebia de wo mu nyina no say Galamsey asem na ye ka no ye ni mo mo eye ade em be se be take decision no
Identity empathy.
Because what you know the financial political activity, or more to the taking decision or cabinet, our ministries, our districts, our baby or convoke talk or convoke we have any day. They all go take a decision or your convoy me. And even a professor from Bob Watty born report. Oh my boy, no, quite a pabe the new. LI 2462 I will come once a week. About the year 2022, by 2018, almost all the forests of Oklahoma now binding the Maxi and go to Mabudi. To the sense on the 28th of February 2019, Sassimi Baye issue a cabinet. Professor Bob Watika Kachina almost said, O Mampenier, one measure of forestry, any lands and natural resources, Ombe Guabai, Ashon. That time of the 47 forest reserves, Ama. See, young Cosseno. And it is ye made your pepania, Yashi, and Macano, actually, Yahonia Hua. Na ya chichi womwa a war amanyo semwa yenwa. This issue of Galamsey will be a thing of the past.
Na manyofo ya nso na di animo nti ye beka no sen.
And you was saying timemfo na to manfo no na to abama obi bedi edi mana meboa. Enti te say the ye manfo de kan constitution no sovereignty and also to me no ekura be no wie no. Eno bi ne ye na no pay. Say ye be hyaase aka nipa anim. Ana no man pani mama ka bibi say na memu mu say ye Galamsey wo district bi as district chief executive no say dey ye yiwadi say dey no say ye adwuma.
Okay,
I was here court to the various districts and regions. Ye Galamsey they say Galamsey kwa di ni say ye adwene ho mienu Galamsey is an illegality ye bone so nya license so go to ase. Eno na wo say ye hwe na ye hu say ye di eno ye adwumu a na ye adwuma. Sa issue of state of emergency and your friend is say omanpedi so declare security to maybe feel say security zone no ebetumi adwuma die no na state of emergency no
ebetumi
the same thing depending on how a soldier for na e ko no so mo so ango da na o mo ti say soldier for bi a embre bi e ko ye say o mo ngongo he Galamsey so na o mo ankasa ato champagne ato shovels ato yi a omode etu a ye di sika ato ama omo no etu Galamsey that was what was happening. It was in the report. What is report omo ko no in fact at a point na a soldier for no e dey provide the security ma illegal miners no.
Okay,
and you bedu maybe o Ghana Armed Forces mu no o ka so bi nko first financial Lebanon ne yi na omo de pa but o ka se between Galamsey site any your friend is a peacekeeper also pe Galamsey side because we know who said the young ko ye no oba ya ne da mienu miensa anye kumase enkran ne shebra sesa enunti asojafo na eko no sa ankoye safo ni bia I'm telling you say nuru the state of emergency you can solve the problem.
Okay, sa no mo be solve ni say omo kwa security for no mo ane nche se say the IGP no 2 weeks bia no wa reshuffle mu ana
our says ana was say o man no ma asojafo no KPIs for instance we soja ni ye de wakoha ni e beba na Galamsey wo a I was here you wadi ni e chiwtunku ye jenu kra for several years. That's all your mambo for.
Enu ye enye to the extreme.
That's how ye no mu ku ye ye tie nyina ye life threatening no. Inso yi ni aduane ye di se di bi. And so bi a kokora mo amfere so betare o is also be fere say. So what ye nhwe han. Me se me sheda etu kwan kota kwa bogoso Japan area kusi dunkwa. 100 meters bia wo be bia ye Galamsey bia police barrier wo. Eti mi do Japan baby mi bisa police for na won say is it the case mo ye barrier na say mo supervise Galamsey and say mo ye barrier and say mo dey sales
cause e onwanwa say police barrier won na so mo nya control to
open say Galamsey enye security enterprise o ya dey hello ya dey opa mo
em say no so na ha Jerome say enka tete na say wo be fere kakra but na dey as obia ye wa
because that tete no na ye wo mo I wo conscience na sika ni bire no emma ene nipa mfa so obekuni nua e de akogi sika ni bire na doso nti no obi on mo Galamsey site na adwene mu nyina ne se won otu anya sika no de abeto mineral water mo amaka dem fa no e kenye sa de bia ye yi ade kire wo TV so ayehwe nsuani ohwe lower heman ohwe konyako in fact kwa nkobra
nka osino ha ase wo drive atwema kroni finfini police station na chi wono omutu but normal
me say munua ba maame biema ne maame asede efri mu the last year mo achemtamfoi me kwa yie ni bi
okay
na me kwa ya na me kohede be kutie be ka ana me kotena bia ba se ho na menya mrantie no
okay
ana me frefre wo mu nyina na me toto nsama wo mu na metie omu ka kire me play nye play fa se ko mo ampanifo wa nye na wo mu na ye ne yakodelia ye ma sales say o se bi engoja ni engodi ye bedi ni ye o ye bedi ni mu ye kura
so no ne
the fight against Galamsey is still on fire na se see no ase ye pese ka no kra bo ntimi nka no kra kataso mu muaso saa we all know say one ashase na ya hemfo omne man sase obvious but beyond that hemfo no because most of our hemfo no they either does not have the money to buy excavators, chamfines, and all that expensive sika ye to Galamsey side. They don't have it. Most of them don't have it. That's the truth. The truth is, until you turn say ba ko money per 5, you know. No asika no munika pre. The tell na politician small boy bia politician bia ura post in 2-3 years pe. Otimito one pick up 1 crore bi e de ma hene na no wato in ani munyam. No amunisika. But omo nsase. After giving out the land, one mun was to make proper investment out Galamsey site. And 2 people. In this country, indeed, we don't even have more than 10% of our population are more practical businessmen. No. Most of our businessmen were politicians who became businessmen. So naturally, they have zero management skills. Omunim kwa first manage bibia. Who judge omunsem say omunye adwuma na ebegu. They cannot manage their own work. They have zero management skills because omude nyane say owura politics mu na ne senior ne godfather yiwe and na godfather man the position we and from position we no nya kakra we no timi bie shop e the man and wife otimi bie we e the man ninia obi we man loyalist asa. So why do you expect them to get the money? A first way of getting money, Galamsey one. Apart from the direct corruption now, contract the amount no inflating budget. Onko ye dwuma we na dwuma na wate so na what say apart from no. The real one aka. Galamsey ho. How many people? I was in the western region for 2021. And nipa na ode me to around no kire me on Main Street. Where ye minister we dia, where ye DC MC we dia, where ye footballer we dia. Some footballer no involved into politics. Omo chene say excavator nko a odi aba western region nko no na eburu 50 at that time. Politicians. Man ti say ye kasi we ye ohene we dia. Man ti say ye si we ye ohene ketwa we dia. It was all about politicians. So but MPP ni NDC afenyo marking best here. The left hand bab the right hand bab the left hand. You scratch my back, I scratch your back, and kwasi abrofo sa. Enti buame na me mokro no. Oba me mechi me say da bia wo so onya wo so opportunity so abokro no. Enti kro no na na me so aboye. So they know say they are the problem when it comes to Galamsey. China ni bia nu ofa China. Benu Ghana house ndwema produce ni movie. Ahemfo no omun ko embassy omun grant visa o. Politicians na ye ambassadors ni consuls for no omun grant visas. And the one the problem no. The politicians they are the real problem. Afen ye nya say Honorable Eriko Poku agree me say ka kire say NDC fo ni bi fa kuntuma say di sika. Say be nya amanfo ora mo amo say no. Galamsey mo amo say no. Recent times ya Musa Dankwa be ne global analytical info survey for by the poll no dey by na say the NDC John Dramani Mahama popularity the honeymoon e ba wie adan a we na e ba nya ne say from the 73% of the poll now here na e kire say they believe the NDC and John Dramani Mahama is heading towards the right direction. After a short year about 67, meaning 6% are now having mistrust about John Dramani Mahama. Now, there's no single scandal you can talk about the man. Meanwhile, the two major factors in Tia Papano all becoming a bit unpopular day by day. Operation Recover All its aura out the by say or the back be corruption. Now what retrieve a sika MPP for Cronfoni be Muya or Metro Ababak or no one crop or mobile chrono or Betiomo. Galamsey, I him say a canker, a Kungana for say you're very young can once a man in few months to come. Yeni na ye baby would say one because there, it wasn't your passport or Ghana. Now, among passport, no say no commitment to crime. Who are you my way hand to mouth? Now to cross, so now will be some good with ye. And in Quanda also to Quanga Copega, only capre. Capre binho, and to Timinko, and the 1 year baby with some one. No way, yet you are John Dramani Mama DSA home, and this DSA home, but only Mamma made the red beneficiaries for some few greedy bastards be. Our mother Margaret said, "Omo dey so munye sika." At the detriment of the entire population of Ghana, ye na yenko nwuna mo nko munye sika ndi. Na sika no odi wie, na se untu kwa mfo obusuafo na ntu kwa ye na yewu. And omo na say NDC for na eyi omo ma wu. And the same NDC for na ora, and the general secretary of the NDC, and the call omo out. But they me yan say, "I won mo mudi." And I'm very happy about the deputy CEO of the Forest Commission. Forest Commission, the Elekim Kotokose, they said they will name and shame. If the Ergopogo say, more NDC for now, more Shakuntuma see this cano. Forest Commission said John Dramani Mama says, Obey my body. And they say, Obey him. Now, NDC in India and Yanko Mechade. Now, either by mistake or by a friend is saying, on mistake, the BCBI would debar after Allah will lie. Was a Ghana for to my NDC, but then NDC. A Ghana no to we want Ghana to be better. That's why we voted for John Dramani Mahama. And anything that goes against Ghana goes against Ghana. Ye nimu NDC Sembia, nimu MPP Sembia. If the NDC or the MPP is ruling, na enye the people of Ghana and atata, don't forget your nonsense. So why better? Why would you be back? Why be say ora no over tia against? Ebedu Galamsey Munkro na masaya abon sanfo se agina ha SS stop no. You better show your new gumu so often. I man just name me the shame. You will make sure you end up in jail. You better make sure say I see a team too. No more them off your ball. Now next time, okay idea. Open home. Now I'm on for to marry mu ya man boy for too much. Galamsey must end. We must have our blue water back. And how do we get it? By all being patriotic. For God and for country. Why a naked truths our old Boga said, you know, and that's so about Maxi Billian. For a comment to comment section, I say Forestry Commission for friends, the Forestry Commission, Deputy CEO Elekim Kotoko say John Dramani Mahama Amanakwine. Say, well, we are involved in Galamsey, so we politicians. We are wine. Almost your name would be Yenshemu. Eric Opoku, the agriculture minister, said, and this phony be at yourself at back door. This Catholic Galamsey for no more fire, more motivation, more caution, Namuya Galamsey. But Forestry Commission, Penny said, they say, Babu Munadi, a better munina. And then, no, Solomon who say, and yet possible, it can be possible. Say, per se, stopping Galamsey in the financiers. But unfortunately, the financiers are also the same people. Our financial political parties. So how do we stop them? Tobe Doctor Nyaho Tamakule, founding member, Eddie the MPP, or Bonadwin Canadwin, Papa ne say, some person Mustafa Galamsey, Muni maybe a semoko. Yango him for phone fee. As a CBN no Ghana anywhere, they are our real problems. So how do we end it? By making sure we involve them. Day na yenye na finally Galamsey ye ending once and for all. Bakai say Galamsey boys him so fast, my hurry up. They say no innovation, tech and technology no. Technology enye school da mu nkwan dey si Galamseyers for so aye mo de ketewa bi a just say o mo fa boga fa nya so an mo so meso we no our book so o meso so o metu ade no grounds into grounds e cost brutal just a Ghana de just the life we dey agro be na yewu we ni na sama kochia na ya ededi subscribe like na share ma onua enye bi ewe pakao bye bye.